In the world of Avatar, we are used to villains wanting power, territory, or honor. But in Book 3, Episode 8, we meet a villain who does not want the world. She wants to own your body. Most fans remember Hama is the Blood Queen, the woman who turned the most beautiful element into nightmare. But as a psych nurse, when I look at Hama, I don't just see a bender. I see a survivor of extreme institutional trauma, whose moral compass didn't just break, it was surgically removed by her environment. Today we are opening a case file on Hama. Is she a victim of CPTSD or she's textbook case of antisocial personality disorder? Let's dive in. To understand the monster, you have to understand the cage. Hama wasn't born a puppet master. She was the protector. When the Fire Nation raided Southern Water Tribe, she watched every one of her peers get taken. From a clinical perspective, Hama went through a prolonged captivity trauma. In those metal cages, she was deprived of her culture, her element, and her basic human dignity. Notice her behavior in the cage. She didn't give up, she adapted. This is where we see the birth of the survivor's shadow. She discovered bloodbending not out of curiosity, but out of desperate need for agency. When you have zero control over your own life, your brain starts to obsess over gaining control over others. Now, let's get into the heavy stuff. Why did she started kidnapping Fire Nation civilians? This is where the debate begins. Hama is likely suffering from a moral injury. This happens when a person is forced to witness or do things that go against their core values. For Hama, the moral world died in those cages. In her mind, there are no innocent Fire Nation people. Just like Taga, this is called overgeneralization, a common symptom of trauma. She isn't attacking people, she is attacking a symbol of her pain. Okay, but let's look at the nurse's note. Hama shows several traits of ASPD. Number 1, deceitfulness. She creates a fake, kind old lady persona to lure the kids in. Number 2, lack of remorse. She smiles when she hears the screams of those people, those that she locked in the mountain. And number 3, the duping delight. Look at her face when she forces Katara to bloodbend for the first time. That smirk, that's the joy of power. Okay, but seriously, had she really become a sociopath? Or is this trauma-induced callousness? I argue it's the latter. Because she isn't anti, she is full of that old rotten pain. This is the most heartbreaking part of the file. Hama didn't just wanted to escape. She wanted a successor. She really actually wanted Katara to pass her trauma to her. We call this transgenerational trauma. Hama felt that by forcing Katara to bloodbend, she was saving her, preparing her for a cruel world. When Hama is being dragged away at the end, she isn't screaming in fear. She laughs. She says, "My work is done. Congratulations, Katara. You are a bloodbender." Ooh, it still gives me goosebumps after so many years. Anyways, so this is her ultimate win. She didn't just hurt Katara's body, she wounded her soul. She forced Katara to share her moral injury. So what's the verdict? Hama is a haunting reminder that if we don't heal from our trauma, we eventually bleed on people who didn't cut us. She is a victim, yes, but she is also a warning. She shows us that the line between the survivor and villain is thinner than a thread of blood. If you enjoyed this psychological deep dive, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next case study. Tetinjal Sama, stay mindful and watch out for the full moon.